turn over to this way. Then
Now put it. Tai Chi. No.
really better like to your
Really. Tai Chi. Testing 1, 2. Okay. Why? You don't have to. Yeah, but you have to pay there. Yeah, it's $2. It's not a rush. When it turns low like that, you're not really low. You just have to. Because if you look at it, if they're not flat, it's probably down maybe 2 pounds. Yeah. I have a portable one. I'll bring it in later, and you just hook it up, and because if it's flat, it'll go down. Unless you have a slow leak, but one of the tires will light up. But it's not it just happens, yeah. They're busy right now. Okay, ready? We'll bow in. Up. 1, 2, 3. Salute. Okay. First exercise, feet shoulder width. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. To the side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. 2, 3. To your left. 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. To your left. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. To your left. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Hands your waist. Rotating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Cross. Knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Center, hands on your waist. Neck turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Tilt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Down. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Spread your feet. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Okay, turn, stretch it out. Switch. 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 Switch, straighten the front knee. Switch. 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 Okay, center. Okay, and squat down on each side. Okay, shake it out. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands in your waist. Shoulder roll. reverse, and center. Okay. Press, release, breathe through the nose, exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. And stop. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, wrists. Reverse. Okay, palms down. Bigger circle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, shake it out. Side to side. And center. Okay, Sana. Insert the needle. Switch. And Sana. Okay, shake it out. Okay, leg swing. Switch. And Sana. Side to side. Switch. Okay, shake it out. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, silk grilling. Switch. Okay, open and close. Switch. Okay, center. Feet parallel, circular motion. Okay, lower hoop. shoulder height. Elbows down. Lower, palms down. Extend. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Okay. Diagonal flying. Switch. Okay, center. Cloud hands. Okay, palms down. Carry tiger to the mountain. Okay, infinity sign. Okay, form the fist. And center, palms together, strum the lute. Turn, draw the bow. Okay, fan to the back. Okay, so now raise the hand. Okay, palms down. Deep breathing, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, good. So we'll go through the short form a couple of times first. Okay, ready? Feet parallel. Preparation. Reset. repulse the monkey 3 times going backwards. Insert the needle, fan through the back. Stroke down, parry and punch. Step forward, form the fists. Up it and tiger springs to mountain. Bring the hands down, carry tiger to the mountain. Adjust the feet. Square the feet, raise the hand. Bend from the waist. Stork flaps wings, toe heel pivot. Grasp the sparrow's tail left side. Hook your wrists. Hold the ball. Reverse. Diagonal flying. Sit back. Stroke down. Part the horse's mane. Step up. Stroke down. Part the horse's mane. Cross corner. Jade Lady Work Shuttle. Cross corner. Jade Lady Work Shuttle. Hook your wrist, turn to the front. Cloud hands, turn to your right, move to your left, turn to your right, move to the left, turn to the right, hook your wrists, hold and reverse the ball, pivot, close. Okay, good. Deep breathing. Okay, we'll try that again. Ready? Preparation, begin. Carry tiger to the mountain. Adjust your feet. So let's try from here again. So adjusting your feet. Sit back. Pivot. And step. Okay, try that again. Leopard and tiger springs the mountain. Sit back. Turn. So when you turn, you pivot on the heel of that front foot. Then sit back, create the lower hoop. Shift the weight forward. Shift the weight back. Pivot on the heel. Shift your weight. Bring this foot up to adjust the line up. Cross. Raise the left hand. Bend from the waist. Stork flaps wings. Toe heel pivot. Left side grasp the sparrow's tail. Hook your wrists as you turn to the corner. Left side single whip. Hold the ball. Flip it over, reverse the ball. Sit back. Stroke down. Pot the horse's mane. Toe out, step up. Neutral position. Stroke down, pot the horse's mane. Cross over. Cross over. Hook your wrist and turn to the front. Cloud hands. Move to the left. Pivot to the right. Step, move to the left and pivot. Pivot back to the right corner. Hook your wrists. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. So, the minor adjustments in the footwork make a big difference in, your awareness and sensitivity. Because when you're in carry tiger to the mountain, when you adjust your feet and shift back and adjust your feet, the misalignment of your feet becomes something you're aware of, and you detect to find what those positions are. Like with the straight line here, when the toes are in line, that's the shoulder width stance. So when you build your positions, then your body starts to recognize them. So that's muscle memory. If you can't recognize the difference, the body doesn't recognize it either. So you have to go through this process, and the order of movement is very specific, because you shift your weight. When you go forward, like in right side grasp the sparrow's tail, you have a specific order of movement, and your right foot is forward. Now we turn, and we do the left side grasp the sparrow's tail. What we just did was 180-degree turn, and we sit back and turn again. So we do grasp the sparrow's tail right and left side. Somehow you have to get into the initial position. So the initial position, if I turn back to the front, it would be here. If I turn to 180 degrees, it would be here. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Then we turn, passing through center to the opposite side. Grasp the sparrow's tail. turn, switch hands, grasp the sparrow's tail. Turn, grasp the sparrow's tail. Turn, brush knee, right side push. Turn, left side brush knee push. Turn, right side brush knee push. So here you're identifying the posture. Turn, you're working your footwork, you're building some timing into the hand and legs as you move one part, then you move another part, and another part until finally your body actually recognizes what the transition is. So you go into neutral, you're going to the left side, and we brush knee and push. Now let's turn again. Let's do strum the lute. Turn to the right, back to center left, lean forward, but don't close the door. Let's sit back again, turn. Let's do a left side strum the lute. That was confusing. Let's go to the right side. Now this is a right side strum the lute. Now on the left side we turn. Never been here before. Left side strum the lute is the mirror image to this. Right, so you would be in the neutral right side position. You turn to your left. You palm up back to center. And you lean forward. And turn. Turn to your right, back to center, and lean forward. Turn. Turn to your left, back to your center right, and you lean forward. Okay. So if you've done this for a while on the right side, it could by itself filter over to your other side and you have an image of what it should be. But if you've never done it, then the other side is confused. So this side we know. Because we know to turn to the right and come back to center. When we switch hands, we're not that familiar with turning to the left and turn back to the right and then go forward. Because your body's not that familiar with turning to the left, the movements that are programming you to the left hasn't been actually learned or experienced. So we learn through experience. So the more you do something and the more you get exposed to it, the more your body can adapt. But it can't adapt to anything it doesn't know. Right? So let's go back to this position. We turn back to here. Let's form the fist and punch. And sit back. Divert with the left, block with the right, block toward the right, and punch. Okay. Now this time, let's leave the fist there. Bring your left hand to the outside. And we do the leopard and tiger swing. That's your square push. We go to the other side. And we form the left fist and punch. Sit back and go to the right, back to center, and punch again. Okay, so here again, some dysfunctionality based on the fact that we don't actually do it on that side. But when we change to the other side and form the fist on the right and sit back and go to the left, right, and center, we know that. We switch. This appears to be different. We form the fist and punch, sit back and go to the outside, inside, and punch. So what you're used to is diverting on this side, and you constantly resort to doing that. So that becomes habit, right? So the habits you learn are habitual. You do learn habits. So you get to this side, and the first thing you do is this, but you're in the wrong leg. So if you're confused with that, it's because the body doesn't really recognize it. So when we form the fist here, and we divert, block, and punch, and we turn to the other side, and we form the fist on the left, we're not that familiar with this, and we can't replicate it as well. And then you punch with the left, and you're not used to punching with your left because you're not used to turning your torso in the opposite direction. Right? So that's really what your body goes through. But as a learning, over time, we'll be able to, transfer the imagery to the opposite side. That takes a lot longer than actually doing it. You're already doing it here. You're doing right and left side here. You're forming the fist here. When we put it in a different format, you're confused, right? So that's why when we do these drills, we have to learn that this is this, and it has a specific function. And when you turn and you change, and you go back, and you go out, in, and out, like that. Now we'll just turn again. Now this time when we punch, let's cross the arm by moving only one arm. You want to only move one arm. You move the left arm, and then you drop your elbows and you push. Let's go to the other side. Let's punch with the left. Bring the right hand to the bottom and open and push. Let's turn to the opposite direction. Punch with the right. Bring your left hand to the outside. Separate and push. Now we're going to do it on the other side again. Form the fist and punch. Bring the right hand to the outside. The right hand to the outside. Okay. So sometimes you can't figure out which is the right and which is the left. Mainly because on the functional side of it, it only works one way. So if you don't know the functionality of the movement, all you're doing is doing motions. So that has no meaning. Because when you punch and one captures your arm, you have to use this hand to remove it. On this side, you form the fist. You have to use this hand to remove it. So when you punch and then you do the same thing, then you really don't know what you're doing with the motion. So that's another level of understanding of how the movements kind of have function and how they work. So when I punch on this side, it has to be this side. If I punch on this side, it has to be this side. You see, there's a difference, but it's not apparent because of the understanding of what the motion is. So that's, how you apply certain movements. Because if Tai Chi, when it's called Tai Chi Chuan as a martial art, and you're just going through motions without any understanding of what the movements are, whether you use it or not, it still has to be clarified in the body and up in here. Because this and this, this and this are two different things. So now let's do one movement over here. Fist under elbow, back to neutral. Let's turn. Let's go fist under elbow on this side. Fist under elbow and back. So when you switch again, this side, fist over elbow, reset the neutral to repulse the muscle. You have that formatted. Turn to the other side. Stroke out, fist under elbow, reset. Repulse the monkey. Would you go backwards at this point? So that would be. So actually, you can learn the other side if you format it like this. But like a lot of instructors don't go through this to learn. They end up doing it because of just through association and attrition that it does end up on your left side. So when you stroke out and you go to fist under elbow and you reset, is your body form identical to the opposite side? It's not going to be as good unless you've practiced it enough to realize that when you do this, and you do this, and you do this on this side, that the motion itself is going to be symmetric. So when we stroke down here, parry and punch, what happens when we're here? Stroke down, parry and punch. That's your left side. So the timing here is going to be a lot different from what you're used to, because you're used to doing it from here. So if you're trying to develop brain plasticity, learning something new, that's the kind of thing that happens. Because your system is so, we're creatures of habit, so if you do something over and over again, and that's the only way you know to do it, then you're stuck. There's no real improvement other than the fact that you've learned that specific thing. So you have to still adapt and modify as you continually practice, because what you're doing is developing motor skill, and it's all wired up in here. So everything that you do, can evolve. It can turn into something different. So if people get bored doing the same movements, that's because they don't know how to change a method of, or the approach. So this is how you can do that. You can do a right and left side. You can perfect the individual posture and know which is right and left, spontaneously without thinking. Because to apply a technique and it becomes reflex, it has to be in your subconscious. Otherwise, it's not a reflex. So, that's how the training goes with the traditional arts, that you have to do it over and over again until you learn it here, you learn it. Then when you learn it in the subconscious, then you do it in a different way, and your body will know the difference. So when we switch to the opposite side, then you start to realize that there's a difference, but you're not sure what that difference is. The difference is your body doesn't know how to turn the opposite way, because this hand movement and this turn have been correlated in the system, so it becomes something that you know. It's sort of like what Peter used to do when he did when he was working on people's mouths. You have everything is backwards, right? Where you start to look at things and, can you do it on your left side? It's a little bit harder. So anyways, let's go to the long form. Those are little drills that you can do on your own, or when we do them in class. So we've been working on stuff like that. On long form, then we're going to go through the kicks and so forth. Preparation. Strum the lute. Lean forward, close the door. Form the fist. Divert, block, and punch. Leopard and tiger springs to the mountain. Remember, try to use one side at a time. Carry tiger to the mountain. Oblique, brush knee and push to the corner. And here's that drill. You're going to go to the left. Do a left side brush knee. Right side, grasp the sparrow's tail. Same single whip, so same procedure. In fact, it goes into the corner because we're in the corner. We turn, fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Repulse the monkey. Neutral position. Lower the hoop, carry tiger to the mountain. Open the stance. Hold the ball. Spiral down. Diagonal flying. Step up. Raise the hand. Bend from the waist. Stork flap swings. Brush knee one time. Insert the needle. Fan through the back. Turn. Same. Parry and punch. Step backwards to form the fist. Divert, block, and punch. Step up. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Okay. Cloud hands. Hold the ball. 1, 2, 3. Step out. So we have this little jog. 1, 2, 3. Step out. 1, 2, 3. Back to single whip. Pivot. Set it up. Flip the hands over. Open. This is high pat the horse. Right kick. High pat the horse setup. Left kick. Turn. Left heel kick. Brush knee. Right side push. Brush knee, left side push. So these are postures you're familiar with. Go back to the right side. Turn to the right. Planting punch. Turn. Parry and punch again. It's a back fist. Step up. High pat the horse. Switch to the corner. Lift up. Open. Cross behind. Behind. Beat the tiger. Stroke down. Go to the rear corner. Beat the tiger. Make two fists. Lower hoop. Cross the arms. Heel kick. Two punches to the air. Sit back. Flip the hands over. Fold the elbows. Parting leg. Turn. Cross the arms. Parting leg right side. Parry and punch. So now it repeats. We're going to form the fist and punch. With a step up, divert, block, and punch. Cross the arms. Leopard and tiger springs to mountain. Repeat to carry tiger to the mountain. Cross arms. Turn to the corner. Left side with a 180-degree turn, set up with the brush knee on the left side. Right side, grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip back to the front. We hold and reverse the ball. Diagonal flying right side. Sit back. Pot the horse's mane twice. Step up. Stroke down. Pot the horse's mane. Step up, pot the horse's mane 2 more times. It's your right side. Cross corner. Jade Lady work shuttle. Pivot, pivot, step, step. Jade Lady work shuttle. Pot the horse's mane. Cross corner. Jade Lady work shuttle. Same as the other side, just pivot, pivot, step in, step. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Hook your wrists back to the front. Hold the ball. Cloud hands. Two, three, so we have a little jog there, shifting the weight to the forward leg and pivot. Hook your wrist back to single whip. After the second cloud hands, we do downward posture. Snake sticks out tongue, pull down, step up, golden cockerel stands on one leg, kick and thrust, left, golden cockerel, reverse the stance, repulse the monkey a second time, second set. Neutral right, carry tiger to the mountain again, open the stance, hold the ball, shift to diagonal flying, shift to step up, raise the hand, bend from the waist, stork flaps wings, brush knee again one time. Insert the needle. Fan through the back. Parry and punch. Step forward, form the fists. Divert, block, and punch. Step up. Hook your wrists. Third set of cloud hands. And just just the same as the other ones. Hook your wrist, single whip. Okay, now we do a third set of movements. Set up, palm strikes face left. Turn. Lotus kick left side striking the foot. Brush knee, left side push. Step up. Punch down the crotch. Step up, grasp the sparrow's tail again. Hook your wrists. Okay. Back to single whip. Finished all the cloud hands. Now we turn. We have a downward posture for the second time. We pull down, step up to a cross hand position called 7-star. Retreat and ride the tiger. Hook your wrists. Left palm strikes face. Turn. Double lotus kick. Draw bow to shoot tiger. Step up, set it up again. Second set of palm strike faces. That's that series. Parry and punch again. Left foot steps up to high pat the horse. Step up again. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Hook your wrists. Single whip. Hold and reverse the ball to close the form. Okay. Deep breathing. So that's the long form. So long form is just more of the same, and there's a few different transitions. But if you track the movement, you'll notice that there's a lot of repetition. The movements that have the two sides, like brush knee, jade lady work shadow, grasp the sparrow's tail, it's actually only on one side typically, and single was only on one side. But the ones that have like both sides, brush knee, jade lady work shadow, pat the horse's mane, those happen a lot because those are essential postures. And if you were using drills to reproduce movements, then when you're doing both sides, that means they probably have to be effective on both sides. So when the traditional arts were first developed, everything, if you notice, the offensive sides is on most of them on the right side, because old cultures always did things mainly on the right. They kind of thought doing things on the left or lefties, there was something wrong. So they forced people to go righty. The Chinese culture did the same thing. So when they did the traditional forms, all the power movements would be on the right because they wanted, they assumed everybody was righty or should be righty. But, we know today that that's not the case. There's a lot of lefties. But the thing about learning, even though you're lefty, is you have to learn on the right because the form is like that. So it forces you to do right-handed movements. So all our apparatus, like the weapons, are done right side dominant. We don't do them on the left. Can you do them on the left? You probably can, but it'd be very hard to figure that out. So we don't do it like that. The only apparatus that we have that's different between right and left side is, the stick. The stick is the staff, and it doesn't have a metal thing on the tip. The metal thing are the ones with the spear, is a spear. So the stick is generally right side dominant. The spear is left side leading. So it's different because the execution, even though one's left and one's right, the power side is still coming from your right. Because when you strike with this, the power's on your right. When you thrust like this, it's still coming from the right. But you have a left side lead, so that's one of the differences. So when we learn, and you want to adapt the two sides, most of the modern forms have both sides, and they do that to balance the form, but they're much shorter. And the Tai Chi Paradigm actually has more of the left side of movements, grasses, sparrows, tails on the left, raise your hands on the left, single whips on your left. So that's a more balanced form. But for exercise and for maybe building integration of body and coordination, the Tai Chi Paradigm covers a lot of that without really difficult movements. So the reason why grasses, sparrows, tail you're familiar with is from the Tai Chi Paradigm. Whereas form the fist and punch divert block on the left side is not as familiar unless you do a drill. So that's it. So bow. Ready? Up. Okay. Do the long form reverse. I thought you were doing it from the reverse.